BORTLE here. Welcome to the channel, everyone. We have here an innovative Gishki combo deck. Yes, guys, this is the Handloop version, but it's featuring some erratic cards as well. I haven't seen those cards being used in forever. And guess what, guys? We have a special guest today. Two-time YCS top competitor, the Donnell Washington. That's right, Dynasty Karibo. What's up, Donnell? How are you?
Hey, what's up, Border? How you doing? How y'all doing out there? It's your boy D Nasty. Trying to loop some hands with some Gishkis.
Yo, I was told that you have about an 80% win rate with this deck.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm in the boonies and ranked, but I've only lost two matches, and I've been looping some hands. It's they literally just asked me, "Are you gonna loop my hand?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then half the time they just scoop because they know what's coming.
Wow, that's just insane. So why did Konami do this? Why did they create this loop back?
This deck was gonna be full power. I don't know if it was 2014 or 2012, and they hit it preemptively with hitting the Heradic. So we never got a chance to see it at full power. But if you're an OCG fan, you knew of it, and now we get it back at 3. So we're trying it out, and it's been pretty fun. Some people laugh at it, and then some people take it seriously. So it just depends.
Oh yeah, and you're definitely not a stranger to rituals because I think you played Necros once upon a time, right?
Yeah, exactly. I am in the encyclopedia of rituals in the United States. My name should pop up. Yeah, so I like ritual summoning.
So you want to go ahead and you have any shoutouts before we start this deck profile, man?
I haven't given shout outs in years. Shout out to Team Bortle Nation first and foremost. You already know what it is. I'm OG Bortle. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Scott. You know, the crew I talk to every day. And shout out to Bronner. And I know you had him on recently. He was talking about megaliths. He showed me a lot of loops with that deck and got me thinking about some other stuff.
Okay, cool, cool. Well, without further ado, man, take it away.
The only thing you want to do is get needle fiber out as soon as possible. Weird, this card's still around, so you have Diva and you have Despot 3 to do that. You could run the normal summon Stratos Gishki, but that would give the deck 9 normal summons, which is a little too much. The one problem with this deck, well, there's two problems. Really, there's three. The first problem is you want to go first, obviously, because it's a hand loop deck. If they establish a board, it could be a little hard. I was testing Dark Ruler No More in the main. That's not a terrible idea. So if you go first, you should automatically win game one, unless the second biggest weakness of the deck is if you get hand trapped, especially if you get hand trapped twice. It's almost impossible to come from if you get double hand trapped. Call by the Grave isn't one. I was never huge on Call by the Grave when it was at 3, but this deck, I wish it was at 3 because literally, if you get double hand trapped, it's almost impossible to out. But if you get hand trapped, if you can bait out one and you can still full combo, and you can still combo like 3 to 4 cards out of their hand most of the time, leave them top decking, or you leave them with one card. But yeah, it's pretty fun. There's a lot of different versions. There's some that use Dogmatica Maximus to send Herald and Nadir on the first turn, but that since half the meta right now is Dogmatica and the other half is Dino, I don't recommend that version, but it's also pretty good. As far as let me see what else I can cover. As far as Deep Sea Aria, you run that because you run a lot of waters that you discard, and then when you discard the water to search, you can activate Deep Sea Aria to search for Diva, and that's full combo. So yeah, the main thing you want to do is to get off Needle Fiber. You Needle Fiber into Auroradon, which is the standard combo now. And then you bring back, and then you summon Colt Wing to bring up the Despots, and then you summon Double Herald. It's pretty simple. Basically, you should summon Herald. You're gonna go through all 3 Heralds very easily, and then you run a 4th Synchro, which I'm running this Cthulhu guy because he lets you draw a card when you exceed with him, and then you can shuffle back everything with that Gusto Emerald, and sometimes trigger a Herald for the 4th or 5th time with cards like Extra Foolish Burial. I'm running Magical Midbreaker Field to also help versus hand traps. Cyber Angel Benton is infinite fodder because it's a level 6, so you just tribute it off and you just add another one back to your hand. And the Heretics are the same way. Sometimes the Heretics can brick you. So, like I said, I tried different versions of this deck where I ran the Deer, Ecclesia, and Maximus, and I was finding it hard to find a tribute fodder. So I added the heretics back in. When the heretics are attributed from anywhere, you can summon a normal dragon from anywhere in your deck, hand, or grave. So you could bring back the Laborite Dragon, which gives you easy access to Needle Fiber, or you can run any tuner that you like, really. But I run Laborite because he's a 6, so it's more fodder.
Is there a reason why you decided to use the Deep Sea Diva engine?
Well, that's shout out to Cam Neal. I was playing this for fun locally, and I was telling him how I got to get on Needle Fiber as soon as possible, and Despot 3 isn't enough. And he said, why don't you try Deep Sea Diva? And I didn't even know about that combo. And I was worried about if you'd be able to make a board strong enough with just Diva and not both Despot ones triggering. But once I found out how to do it, if you see Diva or Despot 3, you basically have full combo. And there's also some people using cards like the World Legacy card, I think Secessions, that lets you extend and Monster Reborn. So I do Monster Reborn in here, where all you want to do is be able to, is if this deck can get to the point where it could push through a double hand trap, it'll be unstoppable. So everyone's still kind of working on it. It's just a fun project right now. Away from the mundane dinos and Dogmatic Eldest decks that I've seen. It's still early in the format, and I'm enjoying this right now. It's a lot of fun.
I'm gonna run down the main deck really quick, just so the viewers can like see. So you have the triple shadow, which is pretty much standard, right?
Yeah, Shadow is the one that searches for the spell card, and Vision is the one that searches for the monster. Like I said, there is a Stratos Gishki that can search for either one of these two, but it would put you to 9 normal summons. If you want to play that, you can. I did originally, but then I got Diva, so I took that card out.
And it's crazy that preparation of rights is not, like a once per turn type card. That's crazy.
Preparation of Rights is insane. During Necros format, when people would say, you want to side out Jin, when that started, and people would say no, the second card that they would ask is, you want to side out Prep. Prep is ridiculous because it's a plus one, essentially a plus two most of the time. This card is, when you're comboing with the Gishki deck, if you have Prep, that's just another card you're going to hit out of their hand for free because you're going to search Gus Kraken or the Benton for fodder, and you're going to add back the spell card and hit another card out of their hand. So when you see Prep, it's always good. This is probably, I could say, easily one of the best cards in the deck, if not the best one.
Well, overall, it's pretty cool seeing that you made this deck like 40 cards because, as you said earlier, you were testing out the Dogma engines.
Yeah. The Heretics, now that I have them back in here, I'm not running so many because I was running like 6 and 7. I just try to streamline it, make it as consistent as possible. Because you want to see the normal summon monsters. I can't stress that enough. And what's great is when you have Despot 3 and you go activate the search, and you're just hoping that they Asher and Perm something. And you can even summon your Gus Kraken to hit a card out of their hand. And then finally you can summon Despot 3 and combo off. I hit usually Gus Kraken baits out and Perm or Nibiru. I hit a Nibiru with this just before our profile, and the guys like started complaining, and I was,
Dang, that's
he
insane.
made a builder board against me game 1. Game 2, I summoned Gus Crack and hit his Nibiru, and he just called his deck skillless. I'm like, you just threw up like 5 negates versus me, so you know how you
Dang.
do it.
And real quick, and run down the extra deck. I'm running triple Herald of Arclight,
Yes.
Omega, Formula Synchron.
The only reason you have Formula Marshall, see, I had these Formula Marshall just recently because of Diva. You can get an extra draw out if you run Formula Marshall in your Needle Fiber combo. You don't have to play Formula Marshall, but it does give you extra draw. Free cards are always good. So if you don't want to run Formula Marshall, you can run like another link if you want. I've needed Access Code Talker before, but that doesn't come up often. Savage comes up a lot because you'll have like Gus Kraken and a level 2, like a Diva around. Another part of the combo is Colt Wing, which is the best card, the best new Mega Phantom Beast. He'll be a level 7, and you'll have a level 1 Despot. So you can make Savage, or you can make Omega to hit another card out of their hand. It's up to you.
And going on, you have this crazy old entity card right here.
Yeah, you just use it because you needed another. In the combo, you're gonna summon Herald and Herald, overlay for Dugares. You detach 2 from Dugares, to use either a reborn effect or the draw two effect, whatever you like. And then you trigger both heralds. So that's another card you're going to hit out of their hand. Then you're going to do Colt Wing, and you're going to bring out two more of Synchro 4s, which is usually the last herald. And then you need like another 4, so you go with the Chathuga guy, and you can make Dagusto Emerald just shuffle back your heralds or shuffle back whatever you need. So just you're always drawing and you're adding back herald to reuse it. And while you're doing all of this, you're just hitting cards out of their hand.
So yeah, there you have it, folks. Pretty much the whole deck's right there for you to view. Side decks, couple ogres, Lancius, which is pretty good right now, having
Oh,
that chaos dragons running around and some dinosaur stuff. So
yes. Another advantage to this deck, as fun as it is, it's not that expensive. I literally built it the day of the list for fun for like, I guess I said Epic Cards and Games for like $70. So it's like, and I had like a lot of the core cards, obviously, like Savage, which is already cheap. I already had Omega, but like it's not this isn't an expensive deck to build. You can always add in your own twist to it too. So don't restrain yourself to my list. My lists are usually pretty random. They work for me, but you can definitely add stuff if you like.
well, geez, after this video, the Gus Kraken might like triple in price, man. My goodness.
Yeah, I don't even know what I got mine for. They were pretty cheap when I got them. Who knows what'll happen in the future?
Yeah, and then the rest of the side deck, Lightning Storms, Dark Rulers, Pointer of the Red Lotus.
Yeah, absolutely. And stuff. Some of the locals are starting to open back up. So here in Texas, so that's good. I don't know about the rest of the country, but y'all stay safe out there and wear
Okay.
your mask.
So, yeah, I guess that's going to be it. And if you're not a part of Bortle Nation, sub for Bortle. It's that easy and it's free. Oh, God, yes. Thanks again, D Nasty, for coming back on the channel. Bortle out.